doing all of this marketing, but you know what? You know what works best? I'm spending all of this money on marketing. I spend a fortune on marketing, but you know what works best for me? It's word of mouth. That's what works best for me. I could telling you, I could cut all of that spending out, and word of mouth would carry my business, or Google would carry my business. I don't need any of the rest of that. You know what we call that? We call that the unprovable ROI, and it's an absolute positive myth. It's the idea that your buyer, your customer, your consumer remembers the media they touch last. Now I'm going to oversimplify it to try to keep this video short for our ever-shortening attention spans today. But here's the truth. Nowadays we need hundreds of points of touch before we make a decision. And it is the last one that we tend to remember. This is, in marketing today, there's the rise of story brand. And story brand is a very powerful tool because what we remember as humans are stories, not necessarily facts, figures, and numbers. This is why in the world of professional B2B marketing especially, we talk about a thing called pipeline velocity and sales cycle acceleration, right? Because what that talks about is not necessarily the last touch. In other words, I saw your van, I touched the Google ad, but we talk about the process from the first touch to the last touch, and how long does that take? Because if we can shorten that process, that makes that process more profitable for you, right? It is not necessarily the last touch that matters, right? It is the length of time from the first touch to the last touch. Shortening that makes the process more profitable.